Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-May 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind that the general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the card to the left is the energy and the card to the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have a few cards. We have the Seven of Cups reversed, Three of Coins reversed, and the Four of Cups. So looking at these energies here, what I feel like this is saying is that in the past you might have come out of a cycle of confusion. Maybe you had a lot of options at play, or maybe just a lot of things going on for yourselves at the time. With the Three of Coins in reverse, to me this says that you might have decided that you weren't going to put effort into a situation anymore, possibly with this person. But then we also see the Four of Cups, where it looks like there's a lack of satisfaction with the situation as a whole. So could just be one of those things, right, where you might have decided that you didn't want to put effort in with this person in the past, but at the same time, as you stopped doing so, you weren't necessarily happy with what was going on in your life at that point either, right? So looks like it was a bit of a tricky situation for you in the past for sure. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Strength card. So to me, this looks like this is Leo energy for one, but to me, if we look at that statue, it looks like this person's trying to pull at it, right? So it could just be saying, if we look at the symbol, the lion with the feminine energy, to me that represents an energy of passion, right? But contained passion at the same time too. So it could just be one of those things where it's saying that they might have been trying to bring out the passionate side within you, and obviously it looks like at the time you weren't necessarily interested in reciprocating. So we could see the clash in energies there. All right, present energy on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is actually the court card for Leo. So we have Leo energy in the past for them and for the present for you. So maybe you guys are dealing with Leo, or just have some placements yourself in Leo. But yeah, seeing this here, with the artwork here, to me this says that the feelings are probably still there, right? So now we see the body language turn back toward the cards on his side. But if we look at those trees in the background, they seem very lifeless, right? And at least in the northern hemisphere, when we think of Leo season, everything looks very bright, vibrant, alive, right? So it could just be pointing to the fact that, these are feelings you've had for so long, but you just haven't really necessarily expressed them to this person. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Death card. So I feel like this is saying that they're making peace with the fact that at least it appears that you have no interest in continuing the connection, right? So I feel like this is saying they're not necessarily happy about it, right? But we do see that their back is turned to the cards on your side, and we see obviously they don't necessarily look like they're in a happy, jubilant energy around the situation. But again, like I said, it looks like they're at least making peace with it. And we did just have that full moon eclipse in Scorpio recently, so it could just be pointing to that timeline there, saying that maybe something with that energy helped them bring to terms the fact that it seemed to be over between the two of you. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Five of Cups. So more Scorpio energy here as well, and obviously it's an energy of disappointment, right? So but what's interesting is for you guys, Scorpio is your third house of communication. So it could just be one of those things where time keeps passing and there's something that you want to say to this person, but for whatever reason, you haven't felt open enough to express it. And it's one of those things where it just seems to be adding to the level of disappointment. So you feel like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's kind of the energy I'm looking at from all these cards, right? But it just seems like the feelings are lingering, but you're just not expressing them. All right, and future energy on their side, we have Justice, which is Libra energy, and the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So, yeah, again, right, we see The person has the blindfold, right? We see the scales there being balanced. So again, like I said, I feel like this is kind of a continuation of what we were saying with the death card, where I feel like this is saying that they're making peace with the fact that you don't seem to be interested, right? So with the balance in that regard, I feel like this is saying that, okay, well, it appears that Virgo has no interest in pursuing this with me, so I'm gonna, even if I do have feelings, right, I'm gonna just suppress them and give them their wish in that regard, right, as far as moving forward. And with the Two of Pentacles energy there, it could just be saying that, yeah, even if they might feel some feelings come up to the surface every now and again, they might suppress them a bit because, like I said, I don't see any indicator on your side that you're expressing to them that you do have interest. And in a way, I feel like you must, but at the same time, like I said, there's something pulling you away from expressing that and possibly even regretting feeling those feelings too. So, bit of a complex one, but bottom of the deck. On your side, we have the Prince of Staves. So this is actually a Sagittarius energy here. Yeah, so for some of you, maybe it's a bit of a fear of intimacy and commitment that could be driving it, right? To where you might feel that passion, but then part of you might fight against that for whatever reason, too. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Five of Pentacles. So usually the Five of Pentacles in a lot of decks, we see two people together. It looks like they're going through a really tough time, right? It looks like they're going through some physical ailments, maybe some money issues, right? But the energy I get here is almost like the aftermath of that, right? Where you could see there could be a repair of the damage there. And also, almost I get an energy of making the best of what's available, right? So the Five of Pentacles isn't exactly the Ten of Pentacles, right? But it looks like these people are making the best out of the situation, right? So we see the Five Pentacles on the table there, but they seem completely happy with what they have, right? So it could just be one of those things where I feel like they were more in that energy, where they were just happy to work toward things. But like I said, for you guys, it seems like the feelings are there, but you're fighting against them for whatever reason. All right, so let's move on to the Aqua Moonlight Oracle deck and see what we get from there. I'm going to be looking for unspoken messages from you to them and from them to you. So we'll see what comes up. Ooh, got a couple. So that one, and we had at least one other one that fell. So hold on a second, let me get that. All right, so there's actually two other ones. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. Got one there. All right, so first we'll see what's going on with these cards on your side. Okay, so, well, I mean, we'll just read them in the order I have them in now. But yeah, so first we have Unresolved. It says, so much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? So, I mean, I could see where that could fit the energies that we see for you, right? Where maybe you, like I said, it looks like in the past you might have felt like you weren't going to put any effort toward the situation anymore. But then with some time apart, it looked like you might have actually had some interest in revisiting the situation. But again, if that's how you feel about the situation, right, then we could see where there might be the hesitation on your part to come forward. All right, we have Baggage. It says, I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. Well, I mean, definitely a positive message there. Again, it does seem like you're just struggling with the energies. So um, even if that's the goal, it just seems like you seem to get stuck in a bit of a loop. And then we have space. It says, I need to take a step back because I'm still trying to figure out what I want. Oh, yeah. I mean, quite frankly, all three of these do seem to fit the energies I'm feeling there. Well, like I said, it seems like you have the feelings, but you're not really ready to express them for whatever reason. And then, like I said, for some of you, might feels like you might even regret having the feelings. So definitely a lot of complexity there. So makes sense those cards came up. And then on their side, we have ego. All right, it says it's easier to block everything out right now. I'd rather ignore my emotions. So interesting message there, right? Because I did feel like it was in a more balanced way that they were just saying, oh, okay, well, I guess Virgo's not interested, so in their best interest, right? Let me just suppress my feelings. But to read that part there, right, could just be saying that maybe it is coming a little bit. Maybe it's not as innocent as they make it seem on the surface, right? So maybe it is a bit of ego on their part to purposely withhold feelings there too. So definitely a lot of complexity in this connection. But lastly, we'll see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Just looking for one card here with general advice to wrap the reading up with. Oh, got one there. Okay. So we have To Be Fair. All right. There's the artwork and the number is 38. And of course, obviously, makes me think of the justice energy we see there with the scales and everything. Let's see what it has to say. Okay, the relationship message says, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. So yeah, definitely a positive message there for sure. And I mean, at the time of recording this, we are wrapping up that Mercury retrograde that was just happening. So as we do get later into May and early June, might be a good time to communicate around these things too. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.